Hey guys, we are here with Scout Taylor-Compton. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm a bit tired right now because it's the end of the day, but I'm great.
You look great.
Oh, thank you. Do I? I'm like,
Yes.
How does my eye makeup look?
Looks good, look good. You're good, girl.
Thanks.
Now, what was it like getting the part of Laurie?
It was pretty crazy. It was pretty hectic to get her. I mean, a lot of girls were trying to snag the role, so I think I went in like, well, Rob doesn't like to Rob likes to cast off tape, so he doesn't like to get to know, like meet people in person. So I had to do that, and then there was like four in-person like interviews that I had to go through. It was tough, but it was well worth it for sure.
How long was it to get the call that like, hey, you're Laurie for the new Halloween?
I think it was a few months before I heard that I was Laurie, and then as soon as I heard that I was Laurie, it was like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It was nuts. It was like everywhere. I was getting like friends that I hadn't talked to were texting me like, yo, you're Laurie Strode, and I had no idea how big of a thing that was. So it was really shocking at 17. Yeah.
I mean, it's like everyone's first horror film to watch.
Yeah.
I remember watching it. Still freaks me out today because at the end you just see him breathing and he's everywhere. I'm like, nope.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, my uncle would put on that mask and scare me. So I had that childhood stuff too.
Now, for doing your research for Laurie, did you just keep watching like some of the old Halloween films?
I didn't actually. I didn't watch anything. It was when I got the audition. It was an untitled Rob Zombie project. They weren't telling you what it was. And then when I did find out that it was a Halloween movie, I had already talked to Rob, and I mean, he was like, just make it your own, and like, you know, don't do what Jamie Lee did, just do you.
Yeah.
Which I did. So
you did a great job.
Thank you. Thanks so much, hon.
I love when people, like, especially when they do remakes, I like when they bring their own.
Yeah.
Instead of just trying to copy, because then when you see that, it's like
boring.
Yeah, it's like,
you know?
oh, you're not Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, totally, totally. I mean, you don't want to bring, like, that's boring. You don't want to do that. I hate when I see remakes and it's like page by page by page.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that?
Like, give me something new
Yeah,
at least.
exactly,
You know?
exactly.
Give me something original that I have not seen that's going to be like, wow, it's going to make me remember.
Exactly.
You know? But also, you're in the Runaways.
Yeah.
How was it, like, portraying the legendary women guitarist, ever, Lita Ford?
I mean, it was really cool. I actually was hired to be Robin. The bass player, and we would have band practice almost every day, and they were struggling to find their Lita Ford. And one day when we were in band practice, Joan was there every day, Joan Jett, and we were.
I don't know, it was light. I'm here with rock legends.
So sick. Like, she's amazing. She's like one of the best. I love her so much. But we were doing rehearsal, and I finally just was like, you know what? I'm gonna like let loose and have some fun. And I started like rocking out on the bass, and Joan was like, "You play like Lita Ford," and they were like, "Do you want to play Lita Ford?" And this was like a week before production, and so I had to learn all the guitar parts like in a week. It was crazy. It was nuts, but it was so much fun. I love Lita. She's like a really good friend of mine now, so it's really special, man. That movie has a special place in my heart for sure.
I was so excited because like I used to listen to him like in high school, and everyone's like, "Oh, who's that?" I'm like, it's one of like Joan Jett's first bands before she became real Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Cherry Bomb, man. Dude, that was like that was my childhood. I love that. I love that. My mom had good taste in music, so she showed me all that stuff.
Yeah. Mine was like School Days because I was like the one that didn't care for school. I felt that way.
Yeah, my favorite one to play was Dead and Justice.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
I fucking loved playing that one. That was so cool.
Yeah, I think it was like Joan Jett, and then all of a sudden I believe it was the Lita. No. What was the singer of the Runaways? I forgot her name. Sherry Curry.
Yeah.
She came up stage with Joan Jett, and I think it was like the Orange County Fair.
Yeah.
And they started singing that song.
Oh yeah.
It was freaking amazing to see them too.
I think that movie is what brought them together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like really special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just really cool, and you brought out like all these awesome characters, and then like, especially with like, what's it like being a part of like the whole franchise, especially now they're coming out with the new movie soon?
You know, it's cool. I mean, Halloween I didn't realize how special it was to a lot of people and horror fans in general. I mean, my dad's a mortician, so I grew up in a mortuary.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so I would come to these things when I was a kid, you know, and like horror was like a big thing in my family, and and it's just like, I mean, horror fans are like dedicated.
Yeah.
It's a community. It's like a solid, fucking good community. And it's just so cool to be a part of this franchise. I mean, I think Michael Myers is the most badass of them all, so I'm pretty stoked.
Are there any projects you're doing now?
Yeah, I mean,
keep a lookout.
I have like 3 movies out right now that just like hit Netflix and Demand and VOD and all those things. iTunes, Cynthia. Oh God, I can't even name them right now. But yeah, I post them on my Instagram, and then I'm about to do a movie in a month in Sweden. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm just doing living the actor life.
Now, where can we find you online?
My Instagram is Under the Sea Scout. And then my Twitter, Lou Temple is doing his dancing moves over here.
Right.
It's hilarious. And then my Twitter is Pouty Scouty. Lou. I'm gonna hit your butt.
Great. And is there other cons that you're going to be at soon as well?
I never know until I'm kind of slowing it down in the cons actually. So I mean, if I'm gonna be there, it's gonna be probably only a couple in a year. I think I'm gonna hopefully go to London and do some over in the south.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for taking your time with me. It was great talking to you and meeting you as well. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.